Picture this. A baker at dawn, flour on their sleeve, cheering because the starter bubbled back to life. And across town, a fermenter leaning over a jar of kimchi, deciding whether to move it to the fridge. Both reach for a small notebook, not for a recipe, but for the exact notes that saved the batch. Welcome to KDP Low Competition Niches Daily. Here's your daily edge. Today, I want to show you two narrow, high-value, medium-content books that buyers actually need: a sourdough starter health and bake log and a home fermentation flavor lab journal. Concrete templates, exact validation moves, profit math, and a 48-hour MVP checklist. No fluff. Why these niches? Because both hobbies are process-driven. Makers iterate. They want record-keeping. That creates repeat buyers. Let's start with the sourdough starter log. Think smaller than a cookbook, bigger than a blank notebook. Designed for action, not for Instagram. The buyer needs a practical tool. Starter profile: origin, age, flour, hydration. Feeding record: time, ratio, ambient temp, rise behavior. Growth sketch: tiny box for a photo or height sketch, so comparisons are instant. Bake log tied to the starter: hydration, loaf formula, oven setup, crumb score. One troubleshooting page with quick checks: smell, bubbles per centimeter, sluggish rise. That's the page a baker will flip to under pressure. I once saw a baker toss a whole proof because they'd forgotten a feeding change. A single recorded feed ratio field would have saved that loaf. That's the kind of buyer who spends for structure. Now the fermentation journal. Fermenters think like scientists. Variables, observations, hypotheses. Make it modular. Include templates for sauerkraut, kimchi, pickles, and kombucha. So the book is useful across jars, but each template repeats the core fields. Key fields: batch metadata, salt, brine percentage, jar weight, ambient temp, pH if they track it, fermentation length, and a short tasting note: sourness, texture, mouthfeel, pairing ideas. Repurchases here are real. Hobbyists run many batches a year. They'll buy companion inserts, principal templates, even sticker sheets that speed logging. That life cycle makes low-priced journals profitable at scale. Okay, validation you can run right now in about an hour. Ready? Open Amazon and type the phrases you think buyers use. Live test. Type sourdough starter log into the search bar. If autocomplete returns multiple relevant results and the top listings have customer photos or focused subtitles, that's a positive signal. Note the exact phrasing it suggests. That becomes your seed keyword. Check Etsy for design gaps. Scan Reddit threads for the language bakers and fermenters use, and look at Pinterest saves to gauge visual demand. If people are pinning starter charts or how my jar looks day 7, they're practicing the exact behavior our books help with. 2 exact AI prompts to use. Prompt 1. Keywords. You are a KDP keyword researcher. Generate 20 long-tail buyer intent keywords for a sourdough starter health and bake log, focusing on phrases home bakers use in searches and forums. Prioritize terms that include starter, log, feed, bake, and kitchen-specific tags. Return as a comma-separated list. Prompt 2. Listing copy. Write a concise KDP product title under 200 characters. A 150 to 250 character subtitle focused on benefits. And a 4-sentence product description aimed at hobby fermenters and bakers for a home fermentation flavor lab journal. Mention batch tracking, salt/brine ratios, tasting notes, and repeatability. Keep tone practical and benefit-led. Money talk. The conservative model. Price a 120-page paperback between $7.99 and $12.99. Print cost usually runs $3 to $5, depending on trim and paper. That yields roughly $4 to $9 margin per sale. Conservative expectation, 10 to 30 sales in month 1 for a well-optimized listing with a modest ad test. Scale by adding 3 to 5 SKUs, themed notebooks, printable packs, stickers, and you increase average order value and repeat buys. Your 48-hour MVP checklist. Weekend ready. Day 1. Assemble a 120-page interior. For sourdough, starter profile, daily feed log, bake log, troubleshooting page. For ferments, batch metadata, brine percentage, temp log, tasting notes. Use repeatable layouts so buyers find fields quickly. Day 2. Simple cover with a clear title and 1 visual cue. Write your title, subtitle, and 5 benefit bullets. Pick 2 categories. Cookbooks/food and wine, plus a journal or hobbies category. And populate 10 back-end keywords from your AI list. Upload and publish. Metadata tips. Include 1 or 2 exact AI phrases in the title or subtitle. Use niche language in the description so buyers recognize the product. And for launch ads, test 3 long tail phrases before increasing spend. Interior must-haves, clear labels, repeatable fields, a how to use this book example with a filled sample entry, and a small photo box on key pages. Practical beats pretty when someone is mid-batch and needs to log quickly. Quick recap. Build a focused starter health log or a modular fermentation flavor lab. Validate with quick life searches. Use the 2 AI prompts to craft keywords and copy. Price sensibly. And ship a 48-hour MVP. Hidden gem niches reward authors who design for the maker's workflow. If you want to speed this up, I offer a targeted niche audit and 48-hour MVP service. I'll run the validation, deliver a ready-to-publish interior, cover, and keyword-rich listing copy, plus a launch checklist so you can publish the same weekend. That's your actionable niche for today. Apply it and watch your author business grow. Publish smarter, profit faster. See you tomorrow.